You see them every day on the streets, in social media feeds, and at the tables of expensive restaurants. People who radiate what we usually call confidence. We are drawn to them because we sense a facade of strength, honesty, and an absence of fear. But have you ever wondered what that castle is actually built on? Most people build their confidence on sand, and when a real storm hits, it all crumbles into dust, leaving behind nothing but a confused biorobot. True confidence is not a mask you put on before leaving the house. It is a foundation that cannot be shaken because it does not depend on the outside world. However, we live in an era of total substitutes, where we are taught that confidence is the number of zeros in your bank account, the volume of your lips, or the number of followers who confirm your significance every day. We have become experts at squeezing confidence out of ourselves precisely when we feel most vulnerable. And this game of imitation drains our energy, turning us into a squeezed lemon. The problem is that this script was written in our brains when we were still children. We were literally programmed to believe that love and recognition are commodities that must be earned. You received approval for good grades, for memorizing poems, and for being convenient and meeting standards. If you didn't measure up, you were devalued and compared to other children who were held up as examples, highlighting your own inadequacy. This is how your internal biorobot was born, the one that now, in adult life, continues to run this endless and exhausting race for social validation. Even after achieving success, earning money, and becoming professional, you find no peace because your confidence continues to feed on external factors. It is a trap where you are forced to daily prove your rightness, your beauty, or your expertise just to avoid falling into the abyss of your own insecurity. But true self-love and genuine confidence have nothing to do with aesthetics or achievements. Self-love is, above all, the total acceptance of your essence, your body, and your right to make mistakes. If you don't fit into someone else's standards, that is a problem with the standards, not with you. You appeared in this world not to become a copy of someone else's idea of beauty or success. Behind your arrival stand powerful, unknown forces of nature, and the fact of your existence is already the highest law. Your legitimacy in this world is absolute by the fact of your birth, and this is the only true foundation for your inner pillar. You have the right to be here as you are, and even when you make a mistake, it doesn't knock you off course because a mistake is part of your human nature, not a sign of a defect. But why are we so afraid to lose this massive confidence? Why do we constantly feel awkwardness and complexes when communicating with others? The answer lies in a very toxic habit of our minds. We are constantly describing people in our heads. Every time you meet someone on the street or at work, your internal commentator begins to give ratings. Rich, weird, loser, beautiful, cheaply dressed. We create endless stories about people we don't even know, and in that moment, we create our own prison. Because if we describe others so harshly and mercilessly, we subconsciously know that others are doing the same to us. We fear this mental criticism because we are its source. Mentally describing people is a byproduct of our fear, an attempt to organize the world to feel an illusion of control. But in reality, it only closes a circle of your insecurity. This especially applies to women, who are often more prone than others to replay stories about those around them in their heads. And because of this, they feel the greatest pressure of social expectations. To break this chain and find true lightness, you must stop all commentary in your head. No descriptions, neither negative nor positive. When you stop labeling people, you suddenly find that your fear of their judgment disappears. You become free. Moreover, when you turn off this internal thought machine, you begin to see people differently. You start to see their energy, their true state, rather than the social roles they are trying to play. This is true meditation in action, not sitting in a lotus position, but the ability to remain an empty and clear mirror in the middle of a crowd. Only by discarding these mental programs can you become unshakable, like a rock, in any situation, in an argument, a conflict, or general panic. Your inner pillar is built on silence, not on arguments. This is a journey from a biorobot that reacts to every word to an observer who sees the game and does not allow it to destroy their center. Most people will remain in this race for ranks and standards, continuing to squeeze out the remnants of their energy to seem like someone they are not. But you have a choice. You can choose silence. You can choose the path of radical self-acceptance, not for what you have done, but for the fact that you simply are. This is the one thing without which your growth is impossible. No book will give you what one moment of true silence of your ego will provide. When you stop looking for confirmation of your worth from the outside, you become truly dangerous to the system because you can no longer be manipulated through fear or shame. You become the boss of your mind. You become a whole world within yourself. And in this state, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your confidence becomes your nature, like breathing. It is not something you do. It is who you are. Build this foundation now. Stop describing the world and start feeling it. Discard the masks you bought in self-improvement courses and look your true nature in the eye. There, under the layers of social junk, lies your inner pillar. It has been waiting for you your whole life while you were busy trying to please other biorobots. It's time to stop this circus. It's time to return home, to your inner silence. Only there will you find that boundless confidence and love that everyone talks about, but almost no one has the courage to feel. This is your path, and no one will walk it for you. But as soon as you take the first step into this silence, you will realize that everything else was just noise that no longer has power over you. Stay unshakable. Stay true to your center, and never let the world convince you that you are just your shell. You are the boundless power that observes that shell. Build your pillar on this knowledge, and you will see how the world around you begins to change, adjusting to your new, true frequency.